Hey YouTube, Shubi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Beast from Kamen Rider Wizard. I do have a little bit of a congestion issue right now, so I do apologize if my voice is really weird, but deal with it. So here we have Beast, a secondary rider from Kamen Rider Wizard, and he's a thing, certainly. The way I feel about the character is it's a character that I really like, that unfortunately I feel hasn't gotten anything remotely close to character progression thanks to Haruto taking the spotlight all the time. But that's an argument for a different day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. So we get all up close and personal. Beast is actually really cool. It's a very simplistic design, but it's a design that really works given his whole lion motif that he's got going on, and I really dig it. The figure itself is pretty much the wizard mold, just obviously very much slimmed down. Well, not slimmed down, but basicized. I don't know, simplified. There we go. To match Beast's styling. So no hindrances whatsoever on the shoulder pad. You can get every sort of arm pose you can. No worries there. To do the mantles, these just pop off and the mantle piece slides in. So that's pretty simple to do. The mantle set is out as of this recording. It released probably about a half week ago or so through Tamashii Web exclusives, so we will take a look at that next month sometime, hopefully. But yeah, so pretty neat. The Beast driver itself doesn't close. It is pretty much locked like that. Same with the wizard ring holder, which is actually fairly detailed. So obviously the main change ring would go here. And then we have Falco. Which one is that, yellow? I don't think he has a yellow one. Buffa's right there, Dolphy's right there, Chameleo's right there. So I assume that one's Engage, and then this one is Chimera. So pretty cool. All of his main rings are in there. Obviously he's got the main change ring on his hand here. Driver on ring right there. Main flaws with the figure are pretty much the same things that are wrong with the wizard line as a whole. Belt is very big, which, I mean, isn't awful because it's fairly accurate, but the chest area is so small that in certain poses it looks like he pretty much has no chest. The belt is just taking up that much space. So that's a little bit of an issue. I had a problem with the wizard driver in that respect too. He's got very large feet. They look oddly disproportioned, and he's just kind of short. I'm not one to measure suit actors or anything like that, so I'm not sure how accurate it is. But he just feels really short. But outside of that, the gold that they used is very, very pretty. And accenting against the matte finish of the black, absolutely superb looking. I do absolutely appreciate that. Looks phenomenal. And the head sculpt in general is pretty much spot on perfect. No complaints whatsoever there. The green compound eyes look absolutely terrific. And all the little line detailings that need to be there are there. So while the sculpt I think is absolutely terrific, the build of the figure is where most of my complaints lie. So here he is next to the WAP version of Kamen Rider Beast, and honestly, if you can do with the articulation limitations of this guy and the detail that's missing, particularly in the belt right here and the lack of the compound eyes, I feel like the WAP is a lot better of a figure, especially in terms of proportion. He's taller, looks a little bit better, I think. He actually has like a chest that you could see, which I think is always a plus. But the figure art is obviously much better painted, much better detailed, and the gold on the figure art really, really pops. But we'll get to a discussion about the comparisons later. So let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. First and foremost, he comes with mayonnaise, because he wouldn't be Beast without mayonnaise, which is really, really funny, and I'm kind of glad that they included something like that. Very neat. Obviously, we have the Dice Saber. This pops off to replace with one that's actually a correct size, so that's always appreciated. This does spin all the way, and unfortunately, you're stuck on one, but they got your base covered. If you pop this off, this entire cube just kind of slides out. And then it comes with 5 additional cubes that you can kind of see there. One just exploded. Of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so, like 6, for instance, all you do is take it and slide it in, and then pop the wheel back on. And now you have 6. So you have all your display options. So if you want to get a little tiny chameleon toy and then put it at a 1 and make a display off that, go right ahead. You're more than welcome to. So they got all your bases covered with that, and I think that's a pretty neat little addition and a way to get around a simplification of changing the number in there. As for hands, he's got 15 additional hands. Yeah, 15. I don't know why he needed this many hands, really. But that's a story for another day. He's got the itadakimasu clap hands that Beast pretty much needs. Kind of pose hands we got going on here. Splayed open hands, I guess. Flippy hands of justice. I don't know. Weapon holding hands for the Dice Saber. Kind of high five hands. Stop in the name of love hands, etc. I have weird names for everything. It's kind of a little bit of a Kung Fu battle stance hand. A little bit of a relaxed hand. And then a kind of more opened, relaxed hand. And the mayonnaise bottle does fit in one of these hands. I'm not sure which. I mixed them all up now. It is worth noting that all these hands have the Beast Wizard Ring and the Driver On Wizard Ring. And the Mantle set doesn't have any hands that have the associated mantle rings on them. So you're kind of stuck in terms of that display option, so that advantage to the figure line kind of goes out the window, but still pretty neat. As for posing, got a weapon holding hand, because obviously he's going to use the Dice Saber, because why would you not? I really like the Dice Saber. It's a pretty neato weapon, I think. Haha, neato weapon, get it? Puns. And we'll go with this hand for the other hand, just because I don't have a reason whatsoever. So is he worth it? It's heavily debatable depending on how big of a Beast fan you are. If you really love the character, then by all means pick it up. I think it's a nicer looking representation compared to the WAP figure, because just by comparing the golds, this guy stands out quite a bit more. If you're looking for a more playable figure, definitely go with the WAP figure. The WAP figure not only comes with the Chimera, granted it's a tiny Chimera, but it's a Chimera nonetheless. It comes with all his mantles. So you basically get a Beast plus all of his mantles in one set for about the same price as this guy by himself. Give or take about probably $10 or so. But you can find the WAP figure on sale really often, so it's kind of a completely different argument. But compared to this guy, where you have to pay for the fairly expensive figure art on top of a stupid expensive mantle set to get the full experience. So it's kind of a hit and miss thing. If you're huge on detail, then by all means go for the figure arts. But if you're just looking for something fun and to represent Beast, then the WAP figure is kind of more up your alley. But as a figure art stands, it's probably my favorite in the Wizard line so far, which really wasn't too difficult to accomplish. The gold is absolutely gorgeous. The green compound eyes look great. And that short little midriff section is really the only issue I have with the figure outside of the giant clown toes. Or foot. I messed that up. But anyway, still a neat figure nonetheless, and definitely worth a pickup if you're a fan of the character. Thanks for watching, and take care, and have a great one.